Hi, everyone, and welcome to our BeActivating office. I'm so excited to have you all here on our Tuesday, 10 a.m. to 11 o'clock training, and so excited to have you on live with our Facebook BeActivating Facebook live stream. Thank you, Donna Reiners, for helping us with the technology. We could also, Donna, if you may, I don't know if you can or not, but do the closed captions if we can. You might have to be host, so we may have to do that next time, but we are just working towards getting our technology in a place that allows us to go everywhere. And so
you can click at the bottom, Marci, right at the bottom, it says live. Just click on there and you've got it rolling.
Oh, live transcript. Look at there. Enable. Did I just enable? Did I just do it? Live transcript on. Thank you, Donna. Okay, yes, so we're learning. So thank you for being with us as we're learning technology. So, okay, so what do we do on Tuesdays? Well, Tuesday's all about training on what the work is. And so we like to say in our business that people equal product, product equals points, and points equals money, which is the business. And we're all in this business. However, it all starts with doing the work to share with people the benefits of our stem cell activation patches. So that's really where it starts. And it's by sharing with people that your business grows and also your financial safety, then into financial freedom grows. And so basically about 6 months ago, I was brainstorming with some of my friends and I said, what could we do so that we could do the work together, so we could do on-the-job training, so we weren't alone, because I believe the work we do is easy, but uncomfortable. So we train on the work, we learn the work, but then when it comes to actually picking up this phone, do we do it? Not so much. And I, as a senior presidential director, don't even do it. I would pick doing laundry any day, because the work's uncomfortable. So my friend said, well, let's all do it together. And then we'll stare at each other on Zoom. And what else are we going to do if we're staring at each other? And I thought to myself, yeah, that's truth. And so we created the Zoom BeActivating office. And we work together Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays for 1 hour, 11 a.m. to 12 Pacific. We train on what the work is live every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. Pacific. And we have recordings on startx39biz.com. I'll show you where, as well as our BeActivating Telegram, if you ever want to go back and listen to the work that we do. And we figured if we just worked 1 hour, 3 days a week and trained 1 hour, so a total of 4 hours a week, how could our business grow? Well, I will tell you, my business went up 30% once we started doing this. So that tells us that if we all work a little bit together, it's called leverage. We call that the B quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki. B is business. B is we all work a little bit. So 1 hour of my time, and there's 29 of us, is actually 29 hours, right? So most people work 40 hours a week, but in 1 hour, we just, all of us working together, work 29. Does that make sense? That's called leverage. And so if we all do our calls, say 3 to 5 calls a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that is working our list, our pipeline, gifting our friends, however you want to call it. You know, I was talking to a lovely girl today, and I said, you know, I'm just doing on-the-job training on working pipelines. She goes, I'm not a salesperson. That makes me uncomfortable. Okay, how about we make a list of people we like and we gift them? I would love to do that, right? So you just have to understand that you want to talk to people as they want to be spoken to. And that's a lot what we learned with Christian, being the guide versus, you know, the hero. The hero is all about you. The guide's all about listening and all about them being of service. And that's what we do. So let's start with what we do starting at 11 o'clock. Well, it all starts with a list. How many people have a list book? If you have a list book, let me see it. Let's see how many people have been to this training. This list book you can buy for $5 at Staples. And you just write down 10 people you like in this list. Who do you know? Who do you like? Who do you know that cuts your hair? Who do you know that you go to church with? Who do you know that has that horrible blood foot that needs some help? Who do you know that wants to have a business? Who do you know that's been working full time, but now's at home with kids and wants still to work a little bit and make some income, but doesn't want to go back to a 40-hour job? Who do you know? That's what comes in your book. How do you get those people? You get them through your phone. Start with your phone. Go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to Messenger, start talking to yourself. Who do you know? You can also work with an accountability partner. Put your name on chat and say, I would love somebody to work with my list one day a week. I'd love an accountability partner. You know what that is? That's like my friend Gail and I, once a week, we tell each other to open our list book and open our phone. And we tell each other, you know, she's not attached. Who do you know, Marci? Look, you know, she keeps me on track as an example. You guys could do that too. So we're always building with our list. And so and it's important. Last week, I talked about your list and helping your people build their list. We warm into warm into warm. And what do I mean by that? Well, once again, I was on a call today and my friend was saying, well, I could gift my friends. In fact, I would love to get 5 of my friends. I think that would be really fun. I am not a solicitor. I am not a salesperson. I will not do that. I said, of course not. Let's gift 5 people you like. Okay, I can do that. Actually, that would be really fun. I said, great. And then I said, and then some of those people, let's say 1 or 2 of them love the patch so much that they'll want to gift 5 or 10 people they like. Do you think you could help them do that? Absolutely, I could. Right. And so when we do a gift, the 5-day supply, it makes this process fun and not scary. And that's just truth. And so now I've already put in her head that now she's going to help her friend that really likes it make a list. So all we're doing is making our own list and helping the people that we enroll make their list. Okay. Now it's very important that if somebody that you've enrolled to enjoy the product and they want to make a list, invite them to the office to work with us. Because here's the thing, you are 1 hour, Mike, but what if you invited 2 of your friends to work with us? That would be now 3 hours of leverage of people working with you, and the business all rolls up to all of you, to all of us, right? So that's leverage. So I did want to give Donna 5 minutes to talk about creating the list from out and about in the environment. We call this belly to belly. You could also call it cold market, but it doesn't necessarily have to be cold. It could also be belly to belly, like going to, Thanksgiving in 2 weeks. It's just getting out there and talking to people you know and people you don't know when you're out and about in the marketplace. And she's going to give you a few examples, but I will tell you this, 2 things that are important when you do that. Hi, my name is Marci. What's your name? Think about kindergarten. What do you do for fun? Same questions. What do you do for health? Oh, what do you do for work? How's your health? Oh my gosh, I saw you in Starbucks. You were kind of limping. What's going on with that? And it's at that point that you want to either exchange a card, you could put a patch on it, you could just get some information. And I always have my business cards and I always have some patches. This is my gifting bag that I always have with me. And by the way, if you work the office, you can get one of these for free. Jan Rand, can you put your name and phone number and email and chat? You can email her and she'll get you one of these. These are our gifting envelopes and these are my cards. So I would give them a card and I would say, and what's your cell number? I never give a patch or a card. Well, I'll give a card, but I won't give a patch unless they give me their cell number. But most of the time, people just give me their cell number. Let me get your number and I'll send you some information. And then what I always have is a notebook. So do you see how my notebook, I like books, right? I said, my notebook and my list book are different. My notebook, I just quickly write her phone number on there. but then I always take a picture of it because I know I need to figure out how to get those numbers where? Back to my list book. If I don't get it back in my list book, I won't work it. And if I just write it on a sheet of paper without taking a picture of it, I know I'll lose it, right? So even when I get a business card, I'll take a picture of it. So it helps remind me to get it to the list that what am I going to do? Work on it in the office, right? So you can build your list through your phone, through Facebook, through Instagram. You can build your list just talking to people in the marketplace. By the way, if you like these business cards, they're $50 through Sally Fung, and she will get these made for you. I like them very much. Jan, can you put Sally Fung's phone number and email down? Now that I gave you a little idea of how to make the list, once again, when you go to Staples, you buy, what do you buy? A list book, a notebook, and a calendar book, because we're always booking the next appointment to talk to somebody. That's all we do. So I literally run my business with a cell phone and $20 of stuff I bought at Staples. That's it. That's how I run my business. And then I use startx39now.com, which is our exposing site. I'll explain that to you in a minute. And I use startx39biz.com, my business site, so I can submit the gifts to Jan, which we'll tell you in a minute how to do. And so I can text out links to everyone, because I like to text and talk and talk and text. I call, I text, I call. I'm always booking the next appointment to talk with no stress, just being of service. Donna, give us a few examples of how you work the cold market and how you would move that to your list.
Okay, Dad. Well, what I did was I made a list of what I was going to say, so I'll just read from it if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I make conversation with every person I meet, even if it's just for a few seconds, but I honestly do it because I care. If you don't care, that's okay, but you need to be sincere in that space because people recognize inauthenticity. Second is when I'm connecting with someone, I need it to be a real connection versus a Facebook connection. So for instance, today I talked with a lady in Colorado I've known for some years. We've done some energy work together. And she had sent me 4 different contacts she wanted me to reach into for her. But she sent them in Messenger. I'm like, actually, I need a real phone number. And so she resent me all that information in Messenger. And I asked her, please text me and that person so that I'm not just randomly, coldly calling her friend or her nurse or her whoever. Then all of a sudden what I've become to that person is I've gone from being a cold market for that person she's reaching into to being a warm market to the person that she's.
Let me just see if I understood this right. So it was her friend, and she first sent you all the information on Telegram, and you're like, no, I need a cell number, because network marketers, we move everything to a cell number because that's more intimate. And then she asked for something called third-party validation. She asked her friend to group text her and her friend to say, Donna's going to call and give you information. So that gave Donna relationship plus influence equals a perfect buying decision. That quick little text meant that the friend was going to pay attention to Donna because the friend that loves her and she loves told her to. But she'll now buy because Donna is the influence. And the reason Donna's the influence is because her friend doesn't know Donna. And so that just automatically makes that third party. That's a very efficient way to use third-party validation, a 3-way text. Hey, Sally, my friend Donna is going to tell you about these stem cell activation patches that I think is really going to help you with your knee. Donna meet Sally, Sally meet Donna, love Sue, and here's everybody's phone numbers. That gave Donna the okay now to call Sally because Sue, who loves Sally, just warm, fuzzy Donna in. I think I got that. That's beautiful. Okay.
Awesome. Also, I do my best to recognize boundaries with the people that she sends me to. She's told me everything was going on with them so that in my list book, I have the information on her friends that she's wanted me to reach into. So I can be sensitive regarding one person in the hospital. This person's got this issue going on. This person's got this issue going on. So I can be specific, and I'm not just randomly saying, hey, can I help you? Also, I never meet a stranger, because each person, generally speaking, anybody you meet, even if they're super shy, they want to be known. So if you'll make some kind of conversation, even if you yourself are shy, but if you make conversation from the standpoint of, hey, I might not leave with a sale, but I could leave with a friend, then that authenticity is going to be felt in that person with their energy, and they might let you into their life. Once you have a person in the phone, that's very specific what I just shared. I know I went really fast with it, but if you're shy, you know what I mean. You want to be known. You just don't want to talk about it. You like to hide in the back. You're going to meet people that are just like you. But if you will love them right where they are, where you want to be loved, you might meet a new friend, and 2 months from now, you might have a sale, because then they're going to share with you their life, and then you're going to know how to help them. Once someone is in your phone, you have taken a cold market into a warm market. Because a phone is not just our tool. A phone is where we share and we talk to our personal friends. And so, again, I emphasize this. It is not just about the sale of the patch, even though I know we're in this to make bit money. I get that. But in your heart, if you will just know that this person you are there to serve, even if it means it might be a service in 2 weeks from now, I think that you have a better opportunity to either leave with a new friend or leave with a sale, even if it's months down the road.
So Donna, let me ask you a question about that. So,
Yep.
so I really like that. I never really thought of that before. I always know that I need to put someone in my cell phone, but I never connected it is because it turns somebody cold into somebody warm for me. It turns them warm to me. It makes me have a relationship. And it's so
Yes.
funny you should say that, because I have a few people that are still in one of my notebooks. I'm just being honest, that I haven't entered into my phone, and they are not, as soon as I put them in my phone and in my list, they will be warm to me. And I keep telling myself, oh, I got to get those 4 people in my phone, because right now they're not. And I'm just being honest. And you really helped me see that. So I'd love for you, if I know this is kind of not what you prepared for, but I'm going to ask and see if you can just do one. Can you give everybody an example of when you're out and about, and maybe just a real life role play, or an example of what you said to somebody, how you met somebody when you were out and about, and how you got their phone number and turned them into your phone and into warm for you?
Yep, I have a person I'm still working with. We have not, okay. So I was at Starbucks. I felt very led one day to go. I try to go by nudges. Your nudges are really smart, and your nudges know where you're headed and what you're doing. So if you'll follow your nudge, you might find either a new friend or a sale. And so I felt very led to go to Starbucks and work there one day. So I show up, and I'm sitting there minding my business, and there's a gentleman 2 chairs down with his computer buried in. And he looks at me and I look at him. I'm like, hey. He's like, hey. And so literally we began to talk about our coffee. I said, yeah, I love my espresso, la, 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 la. So finally I asked him, and so what do you do? You know, I'm just curious, because we're having conversation now. And he is a coach he's a baseball coach for a college team. And fascinating inside me, of course, immediately I thought, ooh, a whole community that I don't know, how exciting, young people, we can help them with their energy, and all this went through me. But of course, I'm being calm, going, wow, that's really cool. And I kept asking him about him and talking to him. And then he says, so what do you do? I said, funny, you should ask. I said, I help people with their energy. I said, what do you know about stem cells? Because I promise you, no matter how much you know, it honestly doesn't matter. If no matter what's happening in you with that person, if when they ask you anything, if your first thing is always, well, what do you know about stem cells? It literally is your lead into anywhere you want to go. You don't have to know everything about stem cells. You just need to know how your product works. It helps if you know, just because I've only had 3 people in a year and 4 months that actually knew what stem cells actually did, wow, including a professional person in the holistic business. And so, and one was a nurse. It's very interesting. The people that have known have been engineers, people that do techie work. And so he shared with me what he thought. He had a pretty good idea. I said, well, do you mind if I give you my take? He's like, sure. And I shared with him my standard. Well, did you know when you were born, you had the highest amount of stem cells you're ever going to have in your whole life? And that's why your body grows up. And that's why when you fall down at 5 years old and you hurt yourself and mama gets it better, it gets better, but it's because those stem cells rush to repair. They're like, no. I said, and that's why around 25 or so, you start aging. So in your 30s, your stem cells go half in that number. So you start repairing half as well. And in the 60s, which I'm 60 this month, my stem cells will go about 80% or so dormant. It just depends on the individual. I said, but did you know I carry something that activates my own stem cells? So my own stem cells can start going back to repairing me like it did when I was younger. He's like, you're kidding. I said, I know, isn't it amazing? I said, but no more amazing than this phone in our hands. It was introduced in the late 60s with the Star Trek people. And so we began to talk and we exchanged names at that point, because by this time we're just talking, but now we start giving each other our names. And then I said, you know what? I'm happy to help you. He shared with me. I said, is there anything going on with you? He shared it with me. I said, well, here, let me give you inflammation patch for that. So I said, well, my favorite is actually my energy enhancer. I said, here, let me help you with that. Because I know he's in a baseball. He's working with baseball people. So that's performance. That's energy enhancer. So I may not have given that to someone who was in their 70s or someone even in their 40s, but he's got a whole community I don't have access to. And so I shared that with him and that with him. I didn't even do stem cell activation yet. We're just talking. I'm sharing. He's interested. And then he said, look, I'm off all day long today. I will text you later. Well, guess what? He didn't text me. 2 weeks goes by. He hasn't texted me. I texted him a couple of times. I texted him all the information. He ghosted me. I thought, this is interesting. So one day I felt led to go back to Starbucks again. And who is there but my friend? I said, well, hello. I said, you ghosted me, dude. What's up with you? And because we connected for an hour and a half. We were having community. He said, actually, guess what? I got COVID that day. I said, you are kidding me. He said, I was sick for so long. I said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I said, okay, I take back my ghost. He said, no worries. And so we began to chat. By the end of that conversation, he's got a 5-day supply with him. And then he's talking to me again about getting with his team. And then guess what happens? He's going to look at all the information, and he has a death in his family. And so now I'm still on wait, but what am I doing? I've already texted him several times. Hey, what's going on with your wife? Is she okay? Because it was a family member, that passed away. And then we're like, hey, let me, can I get you a patch or something to help you in your journey, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to connect again. Sometimes these things are slow, but that's okay. I'm after the serve, not the sale. I know we're in a pressure cooker in some ways right now in this season, because this is near the end of the year. We have these things going on that we all want to be part of it, and we all want this, that, and the other. So there's an intentionality with me. So yes, I'm going for it. Yes, I'm talking to him about it. Yes, I want it, but I'm cautious of just slamming him because of the trauma he's in right now with his family. That's one example. I probably, if I went out every single day, I would have a different example every day, because even if I'm at the grocery store talking to the cashier, I have talked to like 4 different people, baristas at Starbucks. I've got their numbers in my phone. I've got some that actually contact me back. Some of them play with me because they're very loyal to Starbucks. But I have restaurants. I have all sorts of people that I see value in, that I see struggling with their finances, but I see are go-getters. that know how to talk to people, who know how to talk to a cold market. They know how to talk to a cold market. Every day they serve people that they've never met in their whole life, and they have to smile and talk to them. So that's a golden opportunity if you can foster relationship. That's one example. I won't go on and on. I do have a whole thing of just
Absolutely. And we may be able to do a training just on role play and how to cold market, but we might need to do that, or maybe you can have another example next week, or on a Saturday we have a full hour. But I just wanted to have Donna come in and give you guys a little bigger view on how to create your list. A list can be people you know. A list can be your phone. A list can be all your relatives for Thanksgiving. A list can be, she just said, hey, at Starbucks. And what questions? Did you guys notice what questions she asked? Well, what do you do? Remember how we train, what do you do these days for fun? What do you do for work? How's your health? She just said, what do you do? And he couldn't wait to tell her what he did. You know what I mean? And so don't be afraid. People just want to talk, but nobody seems to ask people questions. They're either afraid or they're too self-centered to ask about someone else. I'm sorry, but it's true. So network marketers, you ready for the biggest thing on network marketers? We are guides, not heroes. Guides are of service. Guides are about the other person. Guides are not self-centered. I would say the most wealthy professional network marketers are all about the other person and listening than about it being about themselves. Does that make sense? Like, it's such a big deal to be the guide, not the hero. Okay, so with that, let's go on a little bit. So now we just really talked a lot about list making and oh, the other fun thing to do in natural environment, once again, pick a friend that you like that wants to go out and about one day with you. You could go to Starbucks together. You could go shopping together. You could go look at cars together, whatever you want. And you know what you're doing? Your double energy people are attracted to, and you can meet people. You know, your goal will be, we're going to meet 5 people today and get phone numbers. Like, it's really kind of fun. So you could, it's called double energy relationship meeting in cold market or in belly to belly, right? Belly to belly in cold market means just out and about talking to people. I don't know, with COVID and everything, it's almost like we've forgotten how to do that, but we got to remember, because that's really super fun and important way to meet new people. Okay, so then what do you do once you have the list? Well, we do 3 calls. We do the gifting/exposing call. If you're new, write this down. We do the follow-up call, and we do the closing call. We do 3 calls, okay? And our system is 3, 3, 3, ask, share, give. Patch 3 a day, follow up with 3 a day, invite 3 to Zoom. And so that's our system. And we do it in the office with 3 different phone calls. We're all about 3s, okay? So when you ask a question, that's what we do. We ask a question. Then write this down. We share a testimonial about ourselves or about someone else you love, or from Telegram, there's 3,000 testimonials you can go look at. And we then share startx39now.com. That's our informational site on X39. We always share X39 first, and then we'll add other patches. So startx39now.com is the site that we take people to see if they would like their gift, their 5-day supply of X39. We pre-qualify them with that site, because in the office, Jan and I are sending out 5-day supply gifts for you guys. But I don't want you guys going to your Christmas Rolodex and just sending patches out. No, you want to talk to them. You want to pre-qualify them that they even want it, and then you can send the gift out. And that's where Jan sends out the gift. Now we send out a 5-day supply, or the other crossroad is, if you like what you see, I can show you how to get it wholesale. You don't have to give. Some people just want the silver kit for $2.99 with the 30-day money-back guarantee. That's fine as well. So let me show you how it works, the list. Oh, and once again, we talk and text and text and talk. What do I mean by that? On my list, right, is Susie Smith. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Let's say she doesn't answer. Susie, it's Marci. It's been a while. It's been a couple years. Give me a call back. This is Marci. Then I text her. Hey, Susie, give me a call back. It's been a long time. It's Marci. What's a good time we can talk? Are you good Friday at 9 o'clock? I will book an appointment just to talk. And that's why I have my calendar booked, because I'm going to book Monday at 9 o'clock to talk to Susie, right? Now, if she picks up, you could basically say, you know, this is what you would say. It's been so long. And then you ask these questions. Ready? What's going on with you? What are you doing these days for fun? What are you doing these days for work? How's your health? People will be so excited to talk to you about that. And then you say the bridge. Well, I finally found something that helps me with whatever was going on with them. And then you can say, what do you know about stem cells? Or a more gentle version is, have you heard of stem cells? They're both really quite good. And then you say, well, here's what happened to me. And you explain what happened to you. Take a look at startx39now.com. If you like what you see, I can send you a 5-day gift. Just take a look right now with me. Look at the 1-minute video on light, it's 1 minute, and right below the 3-minute video on stem cells. It only will take you 4 minutes. Let's look now so you know whether you want the gift or not. That's it. If they want the gift, text me your address. Then the address goes on the order form, the gifting form, and Jan will send that out on your behalf. Next week, you'll be following up. So if you're new to the call today, to the training, all you need to know how to do today is list make and send a gift out. Your training's done. Isn't that awesome? But we're going to go a little further. So you can also say, if you like what you see, I will show you a way to get this at wholesale. Okay, you don't have to give. Some people are like, gifting just takes too much time. Then don't gift. I'll show you a way to buy it wholesale with the 30-day money-back guarantee. But you're always sending them to startx39now.com to pre-qualify them. And I direct them to watch the first 2 videos and tell them it will only take 4 minutes. And I will watch it on the phone. You're texting them the site. You then say, go to your text, click the link, listen to it now. You can be on the phone while they're listening, I'm pretty sure. So let's do that one more time. Okay, so if you're new, you got your list book, you got your calendar book, you're making your list, you're booking your next appointment. Sally Smith and her phone number is right here. You're calling her up. Hi, Sally, what's been going on with you? What are you doing these days for fun? What are you doing these days for work? How's your health? Well, I finally found something that helps me with. Have you heard about stem cells? Well, let me send you startx39now.com. Take a look at the 2 videos, the first 2 videos. There's 1 video on light, it's a minute. There's a 2-minute video on stem cells. It'll take you like 3 minutes. See if it resonates with you. I mean, based on what you were telling me with that knee pain, I think you'll want it. And this is what happened to me. On day 10, I didn't feel like dying anymore from stage 3 breast cancer. I felt good. It was crazy. So, oh yeah, let's watch it right now. Let's watch that video right now. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's like light activating your own stem cells. Oh, so you would like the gift. Okay, text me your address. Oh, just give me your address. Oh yeah, I'll take your address right now. That's when you have your notebook to write their address down. Got it, right? Always take the information when they want to get it. Always ask. So now you got that. So now what are you going to do? You're going to go to the biz site, startx39biz.com. And you're gonna go, this is our business site, and you're gonna go down to BeActivating Office. We work the power of 3, okay, right there. And you're gonna open it up and you're gonna go to the training guide. And you're gonna go down to where the gift is. This is what you're gonna be sending out. Doesn't that look cool? The 5-day supply. Jan's gonna send that out on your behalf. And you're gonna click this little form. And you don't have to do the required stuff. We'll tell you the code coming up in 15 minutes when we work the office. Then you put the sender's first name, which is my name, Marci Preble, my phone number with dashes, who's getting it, Sally Smith, address, state, zip, submit. This goes right to Jan, and Jan fills it out and sends it to your person. And your first call is complete. Your gifting / exposing call. And when you look at the exposing site, make sure that before you send this site out, you yourself have looked at what you're telling them to look at. Be a good idea. So here's the 1-minute video on light. Here's the 3-minute video on stem cells. Tell them to take a look at this. This site is amazing. It's everything about stem cells. It has our patents and studies. It has age reversal with GHK. Take a look at that. You'll love it. If you're new here, watch the 18-minute video by David, our owner and inventor. He does 18 minutes on how the stem cell activation patch works and the issues it helps with. If you're a practitioner or calling on a practitioner, this video is super good on David Schmidt explains the research with health practitioners. This is great. You can say, come to the podcast, hit join the patching podcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday for 30 minutes. They can join right from this site. So you can direct them here. And I do love the what to expect. Here's the thing. In 24 hours, you can reset 3,000 to 4,000 genes. In 1 to 3 months, you're going to rebalance your brain and you're going to rebuild collagen. Do you see how I just pick like one key point and just kind of tap on it? Within 3 to 6 months, you're going to reverse your damages with new cells. New stem cells are going to repair that. And in 6 to 12 months, you're going to reverse your age by 8 years. Who doesn't want that? And then after they get all excited about all of this, you can also eventually take them to, there's more than just X39. Remember how Donna talked about energy and Eon? Well, right here is our 1 page. So you can fill their kit with some other patches, but we do expose always first with X39, and then we add others. We do not want to confuse people by talking about too many different things all at once. So there's that. So far, can everybody do the first call, the list and the exposing gifting call? Can we move on? If you can do that, raise your hand. Everybody know how to do that? Sherry can do it. Ivory can do it. Roger's already doing it. Okay, Camilla's doing it. Jan's doing it. Vicky's doing it. Debbie. Okay, so this group knows what they're doing on. Thank you, Robin can do it. Yay, Robin, I can do this. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the follow-up and the closing call because we're going to start working in about 15 minutes. But I want you guys to know, if you're new on this call, don't worry so much. I mean, it's a lot of information. And if you get overwhelmed, just know all I have to do is gift today. And Marci will teach me follow-up next week. Well, actually, we're gone next week. We're going to, just so you guys know, we work today and we're going to be out of the office tomorrow and next week because Jan and I are going to Costa Rica. And so the office will be back open. We're open today, and then we'll be back open again on November 21st. So actually, it might not be a bad idea if you're new on this call to hear how to follow up and close, because you may need to do it on your own next week because we'll be out of the office next week. But then we'll be back to normal hours again, starting once again. We're doing today and then starting again November 21st. Okay, so let's go to how to follow up. So once again, to follow up, we're going to just go to startx39biz.com and remember that The follow-up and the close is all based on your 14 steps to success. That's the engine of everything we do. And then the office basically took all the stuff from the engine and I created a script with it. So know that a lot of the things that I'm going to tell you about are in the engine. And I'm going to show you my favorite pieces of the engine. And then I'll tell you the follow-up and the close. So in the engine, I love, write this down, tab number 5, join Telegram. Make sure you do that. So tab number 5, join Telegram. If you haven't joined Telegram, you need to download it with either Apple or Android. Then you put all your contacts in, your name in, everything about you, and you say yes, 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 yes. After you do it, you come back here and you click the links. This is our BeActivating community. It has everything we ever talk about. This is testimonials only. We have over 3,000. You can search by issue. Just go to the B and search whatever issue. Or if you have an Android, go to the 3 little dots and you can search the issue, use the magnifying glass. BeActivating training. This is all the trainings we've done over the 3 years. Practitioner Telegram group. This is everything doctors say. And then this is our before and after pictures, as pictures say 1,000 words. And this is our Spanish Telegram. So these are all great to join. We edit, copy, edit, paste. And once again, we have a library of over 3,000 testimonials. You also, but if you're stressed out about that and you're like, that seems too hard, then no problem. Just go to the preloaded testimonials. They're already done for you. You could go to like a sport one. I think Ivory, our NFL player, is here today. There's his testimonial. You just edit, copy, edit, paste it. Boom, done. You can also go to, I also want you to join Facebook. Facebook is really good too. Where's my Facebook? Right here. The Facebook has all of us on it. We show rank advancements, lots of community building on BeActivating. This is where we're doing all our live streaming from. So make sure you're part of Facebook. And then, of course, we have YouTube. And we have Peter and Marci's YouTube. If you want Dr. Stacy's YouTube, anything YouTube is here. So this is resources, okay? So just on your note, put to yourself, I need to understand tab 5. And then put to yourself that you need to understand tab 8. That's invite to podcast, because you're going to want to go look. What's today? Tuesday. You're going to want to be able to invite people to the Tuesday podcast, because it's a 30-minute testimonial call and it's real people with real testimonials about what's going on with them and quickly about how the product works. So look at, you can do Wednesday's testimonials. Look at, we got both Amy and Beamy and April and Beamy. Now they rotate on Wednesdays. Practitioner call on Thursdays, Spanish on Thursdays, Dr. Stacy and I on Thursdays. So there's lots of testimonial calls. And once again, you just edit, copy, edit, paste with your clicker, with your mouse, right? Boom, done. Okay. Or with your finger, with your phone. So invite to podcast, you got to know that one. Okay. Then take the order. You got to know, take the order. Number 9, what do I like in take the order? I like the order form. You should have 10 of these printed out, always. $149 retail, $119 to be a preferred customer. I like the silver kit for $299. That gives you 3 X39s. But based on what's going on with you, 1 X39 equals 2 of any supportive patches. Oh, you've gotten that bad knee. Well, I would recommend 1 X39 for stem cell activation, 1 X49 to regrow bone, 1 Eon to reduce inflammation, and 1 Ice Wave for pain. That's $299, 4 sleeves for $299. And then, of course, let's get you on 1 X39 to keep your stem cells activating the following month. 80% of the time, they'll say yes to that. And then you build the pack here, and you put their personal information here. As soon as you get this personal information, you're going to put the order in. If you don't know how to put an order in, you're going to call Jan Rand. She's going to help you, or your upline, or you can watch the 10-minute video on how to put an order in, which I will show you in a moment. So that order form, I just print out 10 of these. This is the most generic, easy order form. I like this one. It rolls really pretty good. And I always ask for the auto ship that must keep their stem cells activating, and it keeps your business activating. A lot of times people say, oh, is that $2.99 a month? You go, no, just $2.99 the first time. And by the way, the pack has a 30-day money back guarantee. And then just one X39 the following month to keep your stem cells activating at $99 a month. Then you shut up. 80% of the time they'll say yes. Remember, make yourself say it even if you don't want to. Because if you say it, you got at least 50% chance of yes. If you do not say it, it's 100% chance of no, okay? Kathleen and I were so nervous asking for the auto ship that we were doing calls together just to make sure we would say it, okay? So there is your order form. I also love the one page. And the one page is what, I text that to them so they can see how the product is working. So once again, the 5 sites I use for everything, let's see if I have this right, is I use startx39now.com for my pre-qualification. Write this down. I use tab 5, and you can, if you forget startx39now.com, go to tab 4. It's right there. Isn't that nice? Boom. You don't even have to remember it. You just know to get it from tab 4. And it even has a nice header there. So tab 4, startx39now.com. Tab 5, Telegram for testimonials or preloaded testimonials. Tab number 8, invite to podcast. Tab number 9, take the order form and the one page. Tab number 10, once you get the order, call Jan or watch the 10-minute video on how to input that order. Did you know that that's all I use for follow-up and for close? That's it. Those tabs. Can you do that? Did you write down the tabs to use? It's not that hard. Okay, so now we're going to go finish the follow-up and the close now that we know the tabs. Here we go. And the script is under the office. Okay, so you go to the power of 3 and you go to the BeActivating guide. And here's the great thing. You already know all this. We already told you your sites. You know how to get your books. You know how to send your gift. You know how to make the first call. Look at that. You already know how to make the what's going on with you. I finally found something that helps me with what do you know about stem cells? 20-second testimonial of yourself. Share startx39now.com. If you like what you see, I'll give you a gift. If you forget what to say, it's right there. Okay, just open that up. Now, look at, all of this. Ready? What are you doing these days for fun? What are you doing these days for work? How's your health? These have all been what we've talked about. Okay, so now we're on the follow-up call. So you're going to put the gift in today. It's Tuesday. You'll be ready to follow up next week. Okay, it takes about 7 days for your people to get it. So what are you going to do when you make the follow-up call? You're going to have your envelope here. You're going to have your patches. You're going to be with them. And you're going to say, did you get them? Did you put them on? Oh, they're in your drawer. Let's go get them. Let's put them on together. Let me explain the technology to you. Make sure you wear it 12 hours on, 12 hours off. What's going on with you? And this is where literally you have your notebook. So you can start taking notes about what they say, right? Because we're the guide, not the hero. And I even put to explain the technology, you can go to the business card and just read it. Well, it's a patented light technology. Stem cells are the only cells in your body that are changeable. They can turn into whatever cell your body needs for repair, just like when you were 20. I mean, that's as easy as it could be to explain the technology. Or you can read the envelope. You should have envelopes if you ask Jan to mail you some, or you can see it right here. Read the envelope. Did you know? I didn't even know this. I just one day got the envelope. I called Jan and I said, Jan, I don't really know. I love these patches. Let me read you this envelope. This is how it works. I literally read it to her. She said, well, that sounds really good. I said, I know. And I mean, it can be that easy, right? So you could just say, I'm not the expert. Let me read it. I'm learning too, right? So then you say, And then remember, make sure you ask what's going on with them. So Jan would be like, I hate my job. I have blood foot. I'm not very happy in my life and I'm lonely. Oh, then I would say, well, based on what's going on with you, could I send you a testimonial about some other folks that were kind of blue? Yeah. Okay. Would you like to go to a podcast? It's just 30 minutes. Yeah. How about Thursday? Okay. How about if I send you a one-page summary of how the patches work? Oh, okay. Would you like me to send you a price list? Okay. And I just write myself in my notebook to make sure I send Jan all of those. I don't try to do it right in the moment of the conversation. And then what I do is, I don't know, Jan, if you could enter people in while I'm talking, but people are coming in, is I go, do you guys remember how I told you about the engine? Let's go see if you can remind me where I would find everything. Oh, a testimonial about being blue. That would be tab 5. I'm going to go to a testimonial about her being blue by going to my testimonials only, and I'm going to search for something about low mood or not joy or depression. You know what I mean? Like something about a blue mood, right? Right there. Then I would go to, and I would edit, copy, edit, paste that to her. Then I would go to invite to podcast. She said she could come to a Thursday call. So I would go down here and I would grab Thursday. We have a lot of Thursdays. We got a lot going on Thursdays. Thursday's busy. Thursday call, Thursday night. Then I would go where? To tab 9, take the order. And I would send her the one-page order form, which I call pricing form to her. And I would send the one-page all product. Those are the 4 things I would send her. Boom. My follow-up is, can you still see this, you guys? My follow-up is done. So then let's see how I did on that, because I did write the script on follow-up. So did I do everything that I said I was going to do? Well, let's go see. Follow-up. We're already to follow-up. Look at us go. Hi, Jan. Here's what I promised you. Love, Marci's not that hard. Here's the testimonial about you being blue, about, you know, other folks that have been kind of sad, you know, however you want to say it. And I remind you where to go get that. Then I go, here's your testimonial call. Here is the one page of all products, and here's the price list. There they are. And the one thing you're going to get is some objections. And objections are great. Objections and questions means that people are interested. It's when people don't talk at all that you got to move on. So the biggest objection is, I don't feel anything. And what you want to be is the guide. You don't want to say, yes, you do. You know what I mean? You don't want to put them on a fence or what, you know, you would do more like, wow, I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I first started. And then I found when you activate those dormant stem cells, they go first to repair what you need to live, and then what you feel. The 5-day gift is just the beginning of your journey. That is why the owner, inventor, and creator, David Schmidt, offers a 30-day money-back guarantee on your silver kit. So no risk to you. Would you like to order that kit now? Look at, we could convert that, always go for the close, right? And then, is this network marketing? Google says it's a bad product. Why is it cheaper on Amazon? I've answered all of these for you. So just read them, because those are your 4 main objections. Now, the follow-up call's done. So I would say, Jan, I just texted you everything. You have 2 more days left on the patches, or 3 more days left on the patches. Can I book Friday for us to finish our call and see how it's all going for you? Sure. Once again, I'm booking my appointment for Friday. Once again, my calendar book. And then I would call her on Friday and I would say, hey, did you ever look at the testimonial I sent you? Now you're just asking her if she looked at any of the links. Oh, you did. I know, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah. What about the podcast? Did you go to that? Oh, you didn't have time? Well, that's okay. Did you look at the one page? Yeah, I really thought X39 would be good for you, and Nirvana also really helps with mood. So I was thinking about that one, actually a few for you, but those two for sure. Did you look at the price list? Should we go to that now? Why don't you click on that? So you could get one X39, Jan, for $149, or you could become a preferred customer for $119, but I really like that silver kit for you for $299, and you could get 3 X39s, but based on you telling me you've kind of had a low mood, I would recommend an X39 I would recommend an X39 for your stem cell activation. I would actually recommend an X49 because I know you work out a lot and that would help with lean muscle mass. And then for sure, Eon for inflammation, and then Nirvana for mood. I think those 4 would really be a good kit for you. And then we'll do 1 X39 the following month to keep your stem cells activated. And here's the thing, Jan, that $299 kit has a 30-day money back guarantee. You're basically getting those sleeves for about, $70 a sleeve. So it's a great deal. And then of course, we're going to go on 1 X39 the following month to keep your stem cells activating. Perfect. Your address is, your credit card is, and you just fill this out and you build the pack right here based on what her needs were. So I think we made it through. It's 11:03. Congratulations. We learned how to make a list today. We made a list in warm market. We learned how to help other people make a list. You learned how to make a list and connect in cold market. You learned how to do your gifting/exposing call. You learned how to do your follow-up call. And you learned how to do your closing call. And you use these 2 sites, 3 sites, 4 sites to do it all. StartX39now.com is your exposing site. That is your pre-qualification site. StartX39biz.com is your business site. And then you use Telegram for your testimonials, and you use your replicating site to place your order and ship to your person. If you are new to this call and all those sites seem like a lot, you can call Jan Rand and she'll take you through all 4 of them. So don't be afraid. We hired her full time to help us all. So no big deal. And then once again, I'm going to say this one more time, on StartX39biz.com, it's important that you understand that we use 2 tabs when we're doing the business. We use the 14 steps to your success. That's the engine of our system, right? That's the 14 steps. That's where you go to get your Telegram. That's where you go to get your podcast. That's where you go get your order forms and your 1-page product summary. And we also use, when we're in the office, we use the, we use the BeActivating office so we access the BeActivating office where we actually work the power of 3. So we have the BeActivating system and the BeActivating office. So the system is the 14 steps. The office is where we actually work together. And it's in the office that you have your detailed training guide for office work. And that is where the order form to get your gift that Jan fills out resides. So I just want to make sure you guys know we have the BeActivating system and the BeActivating office. I go back and forth in those 2 all the time. And I'll try to I'll try to make you understand the difference of the 2. I can't even pronounce that word. How do you pronounce the word to differentiate? Oh my God, that's a tough word for me. But there you have it. Okay, so now, having said that, it's time for the office to start. We're going to stop the recording.